Okay, under the operating system section, so it's a very vital task. So because operating system and computer system, basically, it's storage, main storage media for, or main storage unit in the computer is a file. So basically, file has few properties. So file has a file name and file extension. So in any operating system, either it is a Linux operating system, Windows operating system, Mac OS, Solaris, whatever the operating system that you handle, doesn't matter. So it is basically storing files. These files are also having file name and extension. So you can see here a few examples. Here, zip, so is extension. So beautiful dream zip, PDF, M4A is extension, PPT is extension, HTML is extension, MP4 is extension, JPG is extension. So folders are not having those extensions, but files are having the extensions. Users, CSV extension, then EXE extension, SB3 extension. So different files can be there with different extensions. But in the same location, you cannot save two files within as using the same name and the same extension. It's not possible to save two files, but different files can be saved in different names and different extensions you can save. So extension is basically the identifier, right? Extension is basically the identifier. It identifies the file. So extension is a small suffix, so which is used after the file name followed by a dot, right? That is to identify the file type. And so what you need to know here is actually the basic file operations. So basic file operations can be file like opening, editing, saving, then renaming, deleting. These are the basic file operations, right? So we need to learn how these operations are done and how to change the properties, how to change the extension, etc. With this activity, so I'll quickly plan small activity. So I'll let you share the screen. Oniti, can you share your screen, please? Because others are not doing that, so I'm just telling Oniti because, like, I know. So others, they are not using the computers normally. Okay. Right. So please go to the desktop, and yes, you can see here your environment. And so let's create a small file in your desktop. You can move to the desktop. Yeah. Then right click, new text document. Right click and create new text document. Okay, you can rename that. So you can see the file name, right? So you can rename with your name. You can rename that with your name, right? But still you cannot see the extension. How can we see the file extension? That is our first activity. How can we see the file extension? So to do that, please press enter. Please press enter and go to your computer. And then go to organize menu. Organize menu. This is in Windows 7, but in Windows 10, 11, you have view tab. In the view tab, you have file and folder or file and search options. That part is there. Or you can go to the control panel and open fold and search options. That is also valid. Here also you can open the fold and search options. Yes, there. Please go to the view tab. View tab. And under the view tab, you can see a few options. Under there, you can see hide extension for non-file types. You have to untick that to show the extensions. Hide extension, yes, for non-file types. Please untick that, and that will, so please apply and click OK. After that, you will be able to view the extensions. Click apply and OK. Yes, then so go to the desktop and you will see there now you have oniti.txt. The extension visible to you, because under normal circumstances, extension is hidden. under the normal circumstances, extension is hidden. That is for the security. Because let's say somebody accidentally delete the extension. So let's try to rename this Onity one more time. And let's say you have accidentally deleted the extension. Can you delete the extension txt part? Yeah, let's say this is an accident. Let's think this is as an accident. Press enter. And you have the file name only now. Just change it. Now, if you try to open by double clicking that, so your file will not be open because it is not possible to understand which is the file type, actually, which is the application to be used to open this file. So it's difficult to identify because the extension is not there. Therefore, the operating system will not be able to detect the file type. Operating system is not there. Therefore, operating system cannot detect the file type. Since the extension is not there, the operation system cannot detect the file type. So it's difficult to identify. Therefore, it is asking us, which is the program that you wish to open this file. එයාට ඒක අඳුර ගන්න බැරි හින්දා එයාපෙන් අහනවා ඔයාලා කෝකෙන්ද මේක open කරන්න කැමති කියලා. Right? That is the thing. Because operating system itself cannot detect independently. That is the reason. So because of this reason, extension is hidden from your documents by default. But you can show that using the control panel or file and search options. Another way, please cancel it. Yeah, another way, and you can undo that. Control Z to undo. That will give the extension back. Control key and Z key will undo your renaming operation. If it is not happening, go and manually add txt as the extension to the end. Right click and rename, put a dot and then put txt. Okay, press enter and now it's a text document. Now if you double click, it will be opened using Notepad, right? Okay, it's easy. And another way to see the show and hide the extension, please go to the control panel. Please go to the control panel in your computer. Yeah, press start button and then go to the control panel. Control panel. Okay, in the control panel, there is option called fold and search options. So please change it to the detailed, not the category view. Change it to the other view. Here you have the category view. Change it to the small icons or large icons. And there you can see fold and search options. This one, fold options actually. That is open in the same one that we have opened previously in the organize tab. So go to the view tab again, and there you can see hide extension for non-tile file is unticked, means it will show the extension. But if you put this and apply, see, apply one more time. Don't click OK. I said not to click OK, but anyway, right? Okay. So just apply, just OK. Close it now. Forget it, close it for the moment. Go to the desktop and see your file, and your extension will be hidden. It's only on it. So if you want to show that back, then go to the control panel. Again, go to the fold options. And there you can see the view tab, and you can have to untick hide extension for non-file types. Apply and click OK. So if anyone having Windows 10 operating system, I can guide you. So can you raise your hand if you're having Windows 10 operating system? Anyone? Hey, Sandhu. Dimat, can you share Dimat? Okay, Dimat. Right, yes, please go to your desktop. Or please open the Explorer window, this PC, please open it. There you can see in the view tab, go to the view tab. Yeah, there you have fold and search options under options. Here under options, you have that folder and search. Yes, this is fold and search options. You can open that fold and search options. Then you can navigate to the view tab. Similarly, similar to the Windows 7 operating system, you can use here as hide extension for non-file types. You can untick, click apply, click OK, And now when you visit, maybe visit, you can visit some folder. Yeah, some kind of folder, and you can see here now extensions are viewable, extensions are displayed. PDF, JPG, WAR. So all these extensions are now visible to you. Right? If you untick that by going to the view tab, the extensions will be hidden from you. So that is a security option. Just apply and see. So suddenly you can see the extensions will disappear, right? Not the recent files, just search it in maybe desktop document somewhere. Yeah, you can see here. Some are displayed. Here, you have to untick this as well. Hello, please untick this as well. Yeah, so then all the extensions are hidden. Right, okay. So now you know the magic of extensions. Aniti, can you share it again? Or Dimat, anyone who wish to share can share again. And please try to find few more extensions, identify few more extensions. I will let you know, test this. So can you try these extensions and identify these? So what are these extensions? So if you can tell me the answers, good. So I'm typing here, TXT is an extension. TXT is extension. So PDF is an extension. JPG or JPE or JPEG is extension. DOCX is extension. PPT is extension. PPTX is extension. XLS is extension. XLSX is extension. Then EXE is extension. And what else? You can say LNK is extension. And what more? So there are MP4 is extension, MP3 is extension, MOV is an extension. Then so these are some common extension. HTML is extension, PY is extension. So these are some extensions, but there are like hundreds of extensions. So do you know these extensions? Do you know these extensions? Shall we try to rename a file and see whether these files can be opened in your computer with these extensions? So let's do a small experiment again. Go to a folder, create a folder, and go inside that. Please go inside a folder, create a new file. Create a new folder first. Inside that, please create a new file. Right click, new, text document. Okay. So copy that and paste it like 20 times. Have 20 copies. Just copy the file. Paste it 20 times. Control C and then Control V for 20 times. Control C for copy. Control V multiple times. V. Okay, you're getting some. Now, right, you can turn on the extensions and start renaming. Turn on the extensions. There is an easy way in Windows 10. Yes, there is the option. File name extension. Yeah, there is enough. Just rename that. TXT is the first one anyway. Okay, second one is PDF. Right click, rename PDF. Only the extension part. Likewise, can you rename all these things? Press enter, yes. The next one is okay, JPG, JPEG. So I have already displayed what are the names. So try to rename all the files with the given extensions and check whether, so what will be the result. Okay, now you can see when you rename, it will change the file icon, and not just that, it will change the file type. Here you can see the file type, right? The file icon also will be displayed, and they are different. So you can identify these common things you need to know, okay, for your examination. Like JPE, JPEG, JPE, those are picture files. If you try to open, will be open as a picture file, right? Let me tell. So in case if you don't know, you can write it down. So JPE, JPEG, JPG, these are picture files. Docx is a Word, Microsoft Word document. PPT, PowerPoint, PPTX, PowerPoint new document. XLS, XLSX, both are Excel documents. EXE is application, a running program. LNK, so you can see, unlike the other, LNK extension is not displayed. Can you see? LNK is a shortcut. So when you rename like LNK, the extension will not be visible. So that is a special case, right? But extension is there. Actually, the extension is there, but it is not visible. If you wish to see the extension, you can right click in empty place here while pressing the shift key. While pressing the shift key, you have to press the shift key and right click. No, just right click in empty place first, and then shift key right click. Then you can see open PowerShell window here, or open command window here, something like that. Open command window, open PowerShell window. Yes, open it. And if you type dir there, dir command, press enter, and you will be able to see this LNK2 here. This is the LNK. 13 is LNK. That is the extension for shortcut. You can go and check this 13 whether is it LNK or not. In the GUI also you can check. 13, yes, 13 is LNK, but it is not displayed in the CLI. It is not displayed. So it is displayed in the CLI. It is not displayed in the GUI, graphical user interface. Special case. That extension refers to that LNK extension refers to the shortcut. Okay, likewise, there are different extensions for different files, right? So all these things you have tried. MP4 is for video files, MP4 megapeg 4, it's sometimes called MPEG, layer 4, MP motion picture expert group layer 4 video, and then MP3 is like that is a audio file. MOV is movie, HTML, hypertext markup language of the web document. PY Python file, PSD for Photoshop documents. And so there are more, you can just rename and see different VBS for VB script, VBS for VB scripting, VBS for VB scripting. And then, so if you try JS for Java scripting, JS for Java scripting, VBS for VB scripting, and then what else? You can say COM for command, BAT for batch files, BAT for batch files, command sets, zip for archive folder or zip file, ZIP or zip for archiving or command prompt. Likewise, similarly, there are different extensions that you can see related to different files and folders, right? If you need a note, let me give a quick note on this. Just give me a second. Okay, let me show this to you. Right here, you can see when you see the file property. So file is a single document, so which is used to store data, and folder is a organizing unit. Folder is organizing unit means folder can be used to put multiple folders, multiple files into. And when you see the properties, when you this is similar to actually money and the wallet. Money is like file, wallet is like a folder. We will put money into wallet. Files we will put into the folder for organizing purpose. And when you go to the properties, you can see different files will have different extensions. And folders are not generally not having extensions, right? Folders are not having extensions in general. So shall we write down this part very quickly? This is actually the basic fundamentals, but anyway, it's very important. No need to draw this, but just write up to here. The other extensions also, what we have discussed now, you can just take it down. I'll give you a few, but for the moment, just write down this part only. Let me know once you are done. If you're still writing, please tell me. I hope it's enough. Right. So then this part actually, so this is actually, so this is from a lower grade. I'm just reminding you the things. If something essential, please write down, because these things are very common. So to create a new file or folder, you can just use the right click menu and new control N. And rename, you can right click and rename, or right click, go to the properties and rename, or another way is function key F2. That is the shortcut key for renaming. Pressing F2 will also allow you to rename. That means when you click on the folder, after that press F2 key, which is function key, is shortcut for the rename. Or some laptops, it is Fn and F2 together. To check the properties, you can right click and go to the properties. And when you access properties, there are a lot of things that you should know. Or another shortcut is pressing Alt and Enter key together. Then, so take a screenshot or take a snap. So if you don't know these things, Control C for copy, Control V for paste, Control X for cut, and again Control V for paste. And so if you want to make it read only, right click and make it read only, go into the properties. Then so the same thing, all these things can be done using command line as well. Using the command line also, we can do all these things. Let's learn that very quickly by doing that. And these are the common extensions I said. So different file types will be opened with so these different documents, right? So these are some examples for the extensions and the file types, right? Anything else that you should know on this section? Please let me know. Okay, let's see the command line and graphical user ways of renaming, copying, pasting, etc. So let's do this using both command line and graphical user interface. Okay, so this is very fundamentals which we learn in grade 8, but in case if you cannot remember them, so please let me know, then I'll send you the note, go through that and do it one more time and you will realize, understand it. This is the properties window. File name, extension is visible, default opening documents, the size of the file is visible, size on disk is also visible. So what is the difference of size and size on the disk? Size and size on the disk. So what's the difference? Why there are two sizes for a file? Yes. Size and size. So it's similar to the money note and the wallet size. So wallet size is much bigger than the money note. Or maybe chair and the student. Student is smaller than the chair. So the holding, to hold this document, you need more space, but basically that is the slot size. But a general size of file is less than the size on disk, the space taken by the disk. And the created date, modified date, access date will be there. read-only hidden properties will also be listed. Okay, so let's do these things very quickly. Who's going to share? Yes, who's going to share? Okay. So let's open the new folder again. Yeah. So let's do these activities inside the new folder. Right. Copy and paste in, I think it's easy. Control C, Control V. And so if you want to rename, can you press F2 key? F2 key. Yeah. So it is enabled in renaming, right? F2 is a quick shortcut for renaming. And that you already know. So can you go to the properties and hide this document? Right click, properties. Then what? Then you can hide this. Yes, if you can make it hidden. Right click, properties, hidden, apply, and okay. You can see once hidden, it is displayed as a fade document. Okay, let's hide all the documents now. How to hide all the documents? Select everything, right click, go to the properties, hidden, apply, and you can see everything is hidden. How to get that back? How do we get that documents back? Yes. After rename, after hiding, how can we get that document back? Yes, you can go to the options. One way is easy way. You can just display the hidden items here. That is there in Windows 10. That will display all the hidden items. Or you can go to the options. From the options, go to the file and search options, or you can do the same by going to the command prompt. Then the view tab. In the view tab, you can say show hidden files, folders, and drives. So that will also display the hidden items. Apply and OK. Will also display the hidden items. You can hide, unhide. Click OK. Okay, if you want to unhide this permanently, select the items back again. Select the items back again. Right click on these items. Go to the properties. There you can unhide, untick hidden, and press apply and OK. That will give you files back. That is how we unhide them. Okay, there is a way to make this file system. Can you make this file system files? How? So hidden can be done read only same way, right? Select the file, right click, go to the properties. Can you show? Select the file, right click, go to the properties. There you can see read only, right? Read only karo edit karanna ba. You can just read, you can open, you can read, but you cannot edit the file. So how to make the file system? System karanne kohomada? Can you show me? Yes, Dimat. System file එකක්. Again, operating system file එකක් කරන්නේ කොහොමද file එක? How to make this file an operating system file, which will be deeply hidden. Which will be deeply hidden after doing that. How? No, not that options. You can compress, encrypt. Those things are there. Compression and encryption is also important. Compression will let you reduce the file size. Encryption will help you convert the file into unreadable format, where the only authorized users will be able to read the file. There is the encryption, right? Compression, encryption. Okay, few points to write down, so we'll write down that also. And how to make the file system. No, not that. Not even that. Okay. There are few things to write. So let me write down them and then come to the lesson. So under your grade 10 note, you can write down this. Because like it is a PDF, you can write down this as a separate document too. Okay, I'll write it as two. I'll write it as question. Why a file has two sizes, size and size on disk. So under that, please write if it is a text file, one character will reserve 1 byte in the memory. If there are 10 characters in the file size will be 10 bytes. Enter key for new line character will introduce 2 bytes. If there are 100 characters in 10 lines, there will be 100 bytes plus 9 enter keys, because the 10th line enter key is we can ignore. If you want to type 10 line, you have to press enter key for 9 times. 9 enter keys means 18 bytes. So will be equal to 118 bytes. When we format a hard disk or any storage drive, we will allocate a minimum allocation size to a cluster, smallest storage unit in a disk. Cluster is one or more sectors. Sector is the smallest physical hard disk storage unit. Here smallest logical unit, right? But here smallest physical unit. Cluster is similar to a mug or cup. When we want to store a liquid in a cup, we can make it full or store any amount less than the full amount. Anyway, or anyhow, it will consume the entire cup or mug. It will consume the entire cup or mug. So similar to this, right? When you have a cup or mug, and when you want to fill it with some liquid, we can fill it half away or maybe fully or whatsoever. We can fill it. But the thing is, once you fill this, so this is the container. Once you fill this, it will utilize the entire cup, because we cannot put any other liquid to this, right? It will utilize the entire cup. We can't put some other liquid because that will mix. So similarly, when we store a file, so this is similar to the size on disk, and this is similar to the actual size of the file. That is why there are two sizes, right? So if somebody asks why there are two sizes, the reason is, so the number one is actual size. So this is actually the size utilized size. Utilized කියන භාවිතා කරලා තියෙනවා. But the actual size is this. Even though you utilize the entire cup, the actual size is this. Actually, this is called size on disk, right? This is the size. Okay, a question. If minimum allocation unit size is 4 KB, what is the size and size on disk of 5,900 bytes? 1,024, 1,024. Let's do 48, 4,096, 5,800 bytes. File. B question. So the question number 2. If we create a compressed file by combining compressed zip file by combining 10 such files, what will be the theoretical size of the file and size on disk? The question number 3. If it was not compressed into a zip, what will be the utilization? Okay, I have a few questions to you. So please write down this note first, then try to answer these questions. If you can, if you're unable to do, don't worry, I'll explain. But give a try to answer these 3 questions. It's easy, but you have to give a try. Write down the note, write down the questions and try. Okay, when you are formatting hard disk, right, what we will do, hard disk is something like this. So this has a platter. Platter is physically, there are, so you cannot see that it's actually, but these platters are divided into sectors. So it is done by first dividing into the track and then into the sectors. So then these intersections unit, we call that a sector, this intersected unit. So this we learn in the hardware lesson. Now I'm recalling that again. When මේකක් තමයි sector එක කියලා කියන්නේ. Sector එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ. These sectors. These sectors together, when we format the hard disk, අපි hard disk එක format කරද්දී, when we format the hard disk, these sectors together creating a cluster. Let's say this is a cluster. එතකොට හැම cluster එකක්ම එක ගානට තමයි format වෙන්නේ. When we format hard disk, each cluster will take same size. Let's say the cluster size is 4 KB, then all the clusters will be 4 KB when formatting. When you want to store a file, so it will take, it's like a mark. Let's say you have a coffee, you have to put 4 KB one. Let's say you have a tea, again you have to use a 4 KB one. So, but if you have more than 4 KB, you have to use another one, right? So let's say you have 5 KB, then you have to use 2 4 KB units, because one will full of 4 KB. The next remaining 1 KB, you have to put it here. The remaining 1 KB, then actually you have to take 4 KB, 4 KB, 2 4 KB units to store 5 KB. That is the idea. Right here, we have given some examples. This example acts according to this. And the next is, so when you are compressing, when you are making a zip file, you can combine these files into a single zip file. It's like combining multiple files into a single file. So all these bytes, all these size will be combined and then it will be put into a one zipped document. So then you can store this in a single container. That is the idea. So it will be treated as a single file. That is what the compressing is. Compressing and zipping is. Right? Now get the idea from that and try to find the answers. I'll give you 2-3 minutes. So try to give me the answers. If not, let's do the practically and practically try to understand this scenario, and then also you can. So let's do this first by understanding the theory. This is basically logical thing. Think as a logical, think logically and answer. So it's not a big deal. If minimum allocation size is a 4 KB, so what? So 5,800 bytes. How many KBs? How many kilobytes per byte? Answer, come on. You have to answer. How many kilobytes? Sorry, how many bytes are there for kilobytes? Yes, how many bytes are there for kilobyte? Dimat, I cannot hear you.
1024.
1024. Yes, then 5,800 bytes means how many kilobytes? 5,800 bytes means how many kilobytes? You have to divide by 1024. Approximately it is 4 point, so closer to 4 point some, right? 4 point x, you don't, so you can calculate. So but just divide by just divide by 1,000, it will be 5.8. So this is around, like, if you divide by 1,000, but here since you are dividing, so you can get like 5.5 KB. So you can exactly divide using a calculator or using some device. Maybe I have given you enough time for the calculation. So just divide and see. 5,800 divide by 1,024. So it's like 5.66. Yeah, 5.66 KB. That is the value. 5.66 KB. So if the size is 5.66 KB, 5.66 KB. So how many clusters you need? How many clusters you need, Dimat? So one cluster is 4 KB. Is one cluster enough to store this file?
No, sir.
No. Then how many clusters?
1.2.
No, you don't have point clusters. You don't have halves. You don't have half marks. You have only full marks.
2
clusters. So then actually 5,800 bytes is equal to 5800 divided by 1024 KB, so which is 5.66 KB. So if it is 56 KB, then how many clusters needed? How many clusters? So you cannot have half clusters, at least you need two clusters. So one cluster size is 4 KB. Therefore, size on a disk is equal to 4 into 2 KB. Sorry, 2 into 4 KB, which is 8 KB. And so size is equal to that is the actual size. Size is 5.66 KB. But size on disk will be 8 KB. So that is the calculation. So if we create a compressed zip file, so then what will happen? So 10 files, there are 10 such files, size of 10 files. So what is the size of one file? If one file is 5.66 KB, so what about 10 files? Into 10 is 56. Yes, 56.6 KB. Then how many clusters? Hello? How many clusters you need to store 56.6 KB file? Right? How many clusters you need?
15.
15 is it? 15. So you need one here. One, yes, one here. So then 16 වලට 4. 15. Yes, you need 15. 15 clusters. The 14 point 14 point 1, 16, 4. 5, 15. Then what is the size on this? Yes, size on this is 15 into 4 KB, which is equivalent to 60 KB. The file size is 56 KB, but size on disk will be 60 KB. If you are not zipped, then size on disk, then these will be individual file. Size on disk for one file is 8 KB. Then size on disk for 10 files is 8, that is 80 KB. So what will be the utilization? Right, utilization is 80 KB. That, but if you zip this, if you compress this, this is like you are putting this into a bag. You have a lot of books or pens, and you are keeping this just in your hand. It will take more space. But if you keep this into a bag and close the zip, it will save your space. So this is how zipping, compressing save the space. Understood? Did you understand the logic and the calculations?
Yes, sir.
You can practically do this. So can anybody share? I'll show you how to do this practically. Can anybody share the screen? Quickly, don't take much time. I'll give you time to write down, but first of all, your share. Dimat, Oniti, somebody. Okay. Create a text file, please. Create a text file inside that new folder. Inside the new folder, yes, create a text file. Then type 10 characters there. 10 characters there. Just type 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 0 to 9. 0 to 9. Again 0. 0 done. Okay, save it. File save. File save. Now right click and go to the properties, see the file size. Right click, go to the properties, see the file size. It is 10 bytes, right? So 10 characters means 10 bytes. Okay, click OK. Now open the file back again. Copy that. Copy that. Control C. Control C. Control V 10 times. Control V 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, okay, enough. 10. No, now 11. Then 11 now. 10 times only. Just erase one set. Okay, you can see in the bottom the okay, accuracy. Here you can see 101. CA ඉවර වෙලා ඊළඟ එකට යනකොට 101 වෙනවා. right? You have 100 characters. Okay, save it and go to the properties, see the size. This is experiment. This is a self experiment. You can see it's 100 bytes, 100 characters, 100 bytes. Okay, close it. Open the file back again. Copy the line. Copy the entire line. Press enter and paste it in the next line. Press enter. Okay, paste, save. Now save it. Now there are 200 characters and one enter key. 200 characters and one enter key. Therefore, the size will be 202. 200 end on have 202 because of that single enter key. Okay, close it. Now paste it 9 more times to make 10 lines. Lines 10ක් එන්න. 3 4යි 5යි 6යි 7යි 8යි 9යි තව එකක් 10යි. Save. Now we have 1000 characters. Go to the properties, 1000 characters, but 1018. Why? What's the reason? Because there are 9 lines. The line 1018. Size on disk balance. Size on disk is 4 KB. You can see the properties. Size on disk is 4 KB. How the 4 KB come? Because of the cluster size. Then tama cluster එකක් ඔකට allocate වෙන. ඉස්සෙල්ලා ගණන් ගත්තේ නැහැ file එක පොඩි හින්දා. දැන් මොන cluster එකක් දීලා තියෙන ඉද. Okay, let's increase this. Copy the entire line. Paste it 4 times. Paste it 4 times. Open that. Copy the entire thing. That means 40 lines there. Right? Copy the entire thing. Now 10 lines. Paste it 3 more times. Enter paste. Enter paste. Likewise 3 more times, and that will increase the characters. Now you have closer to 4000 characters. Yes, here 40 lines, 4000 characters. You can see ln equal 41 means 40 lines are there. Okay, see the file size and size on disk. So that is what I said. Okay, now you have 3.98 KB, still 4080. Enough, the 4080 in the 4 KB, enough. Let's paste one more time. One more time. Paste in it one more time. Okay, now it has exceeded. Now 50 line, closer to 5000 characters. Now check. Press select. No. And go to the properties and see. Yes, now you can see it is 5100 bytes, but 8 KB. How that happened? Because of the clusters. It has allocated 2 clusters. This is the practical scenario that we were talking. Can you copy and paste that file for 10 times? File like a paste karanna 10 para, copy and paste that file. Not this one. No, not the lines. File like just the file. Close this, not the notepad. Copy the file, paste it 10 times. Yes. Paste it 10 times. And select all the files. Yeah, select all the 10 files and select see the properties. Select color properties. Is there 10? Yeah, properties. And you can see it will utilize 72. Name තියෙන්නේ. 10 තිබ්බනම් එනවනේ 80. එකක් අඩු ඇති වගේ. එක නෑනේ පුතේ. එක නෑනේ දෙකෙන්නේ පටන් ගෙන තියෙන්නේ. තව එකක්. 9 තිබ්බට එක නෑනේ. තව එක පේස්ට් එකක් ගන්න 1000යි. දැන් යට එක අරගෙන නෑ ඔයා. ඒකයි කලින්. දැන් 11ක් එයි. Right, okay. Now you can see 80. Hari 80ක් ආව නෙවෙයි. 51000 වලට 80ක් ගියා. Let's zip it. Zip කරමු දැන්. Right click කරන්න ඕකෙම. Right click send to zip compressed folder. Okay. දැන් අර ටික මකන්න. ඔය text file ටික මකලා දාන්න. ඔය text file මේ zip එක තියලා text එක මකන්න. Zip එක තියන්න. Just keep the zip file, close the text files. Delete it. Keep the zip file. See the size of the zip file. Zip එක විතරක් නෙවෙයි ඔක compress උත් වෙනවා ඇත්තටම. Yeah, that will be compressed too. So see the size. You can see it is only 4 KB, right? So see how the compressing උත් වෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ zip වෙලා විතරක් නෙවෙයි තදත් වෙලා අර නිකන් බස් එකකට පැක් කරනවා වගේ වෙන්නේ. කියන්නේ ඇතුළට දාලා ප්‍රෙස් කරලත් දානවා. ඒකයි මේ 4 KB බලන්න size එක. දැන් ඔකට 80 KB ගියා කලින්. දැන් 4 KB. ඕකේ ඇතුලේ අර ඔක්කොම තියෙනවා. Open the zip and see. කොහොමද zip එක open කරන්නේ? You can right click and open with Explorer. Yes. Here you can see all the files are there, right? But all the files are there, but those are compressed and zipped. Can you understand the concept practically now? තේරෙනවද practically මොකක්ද උනේ කියලා zip එකේ compress එකේ? Oniti, Dasun, can you understand?
Yes, sir.
So this is why zipping and archiving කියලා කියනවා, මේකට zipping කියලා කියනවා. එකෙන් වෙන්නේ ෆයිල් එක press වෙලා නවතින. තද වෙලා හොඳට හිර වෙලා දැන් තනි ෆයිල් එකක් විදිහට තියෙන්නේ. බලන්න 4KB එක ක්ලස්ටර් එකක දැම්මා. ක්ලස්ටර් අපිට කලින් කීයක් ගියාද? ක්ලස්ටර් 20ක් ගියා. ඒ ක්ලස්ටර් 20ක ගිය එක තමයි මේ මම ඒකයි theoretically අහුවේ මෙතන, right? That is why I asked the theoretical value, because compression I ignore. Compression කියන එක නොසලකා හැරලා තමයි මම මේ theoretically අහුවේ. Theoretically නම් 81ක් 60ට අඩු වෙනවා. හැබැයි practically මේක compress උත් වෙනවා. So this will be compressed too, therefore the size will be further reduced. ඇත්තටම අපි 81 4ට අඩු කරා කියන්නේ හිතන්නකො hard disk එකක් 80GB නම් 80GB hard එක තියෙන files ටික compress zip කරලා අපි හරියට දැම්මා 4GB වලට. මරුනේ 80GB hard disk එක pen එකකට දාගෙන යන්න පුළුවන්. When you compress zip. එහෙම තමයි operating system ගොඩක් වෙලාවට එන්නේ CD DVD වලට දාලා. It is compressed, zipped. Right? So please understand these things. These are logics, practical things. Now we know about the compression. Now we know about the files, attributes, hidden files and all. So we studied them. So next day we have to learn about this file types, file registry types, right? And the network management part. And also the CLI activities, we couldn't do that. I'll be completing that as well. This partitioning part I discussed, right? I discussed the partitioning part. Actually, I didn't discuss much, but we need to discuss about these clusters, sector sections, and how clusters are formed. So these things we got the overview, and then finding the extension, this part we discuss, and what are the different extensions, different file types we discussed. But there are things to finalize, right? This is not completed yet. There are things to finalize in the today's lesson. I think we can finish this lesson next day. So I know that it's taking time. That is because of you, Pute. So if you are not taking that much of time, I can quickly finish. But since you cannot understand the grade 8, grade 9 concepts, that's why I have to go back and start from the beginning. දැන් ඔයාලට අමතක වෙලා 8 9 ඉගෙන ගත්ත ඒවා එක්කෝ ඔයාලා 8 9 එක ඉගෙනගෙන නැහැ මොකක් හරි වෙලා ඒ හින්දා තමයි මේක දැන් මේ ආයි අපිට මෙච්චර වෙලා යන්නේ. Otherwise this is very simple lesson. Anyway, I'll take the responsibility of covering the lesson, but don't you have to be responsible too, right? ඔයගොල්ලෝ පොඩ වගකීම් සහගත වගකීමක් ඇතුව වැඩ කරන්න. මොකද ඊළඟ දවසෙත් අහනකොට ඔය වගේ මෙහෙම ඉන්න එපා. ඊළඟ දවසේ අහනකොට ඔය ටික මතක තියාගෙන ඊළඟ දවසට එන්න. එහෙම නැත්නම් සතියකට සැරයක් lesson එකට ආවම පොල්ලෙන් ගහුවා වගේ ඉන්න පුළුවන්. Okay, so I'll stop from here for today. I'll be discussing the remaining part next day then. Good night.
Good night, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good night, sir.